Well, hello friends, neighbors. John, your whiskey neighbor here. Welcome down the Nook. Saturday, I'm going to talk some Canadian whiskey with you guys. So I've got two actually special releases in front of me. We're going to talk Wheatfield Gold from J.P. Weiser's, part of their rare cask, available only in Manitoba. And then we're going to talk about Goodridge and Williams, but this is the 10th anniversary celebration pick by Ryan Eggins for the Wine and Beyond. Probably only available in Alberta. So I don't like that I'm talking about limited availability, but these are two unique Canadian whiskeys. Didn't break the bank, and I'd love to share my thoughts on Wheatfield Gold and Goodridge and Williams 10th anniversary blend. 3, 4. Thanks for coming back. I hope you poured yourself some kind of Canadian whiskey. I'm going to start because of the casking. I mean, I've had these. I can review these. I'm going to talk about this Wheatfield Gold, part of the rare cask or rare series or rare release. I can't remember now what they are, from J.P. Weiser. They've made unique bottlings for BC, for Ontario, for Manitoba. And this one, what they say on it is that it leads with wheat. 3 grains. So we've got wheat, corn, and rye, but it says leads with wheat. So I don't have the specifics, but it better be mostly wheat in here. So wheat, corn, and rye, and I think it's 46.1, 46.1, and it was to celebrate Manitoba's 150th anniversary. Manitoba, of course, is a province up here in Canada. So let's see what Wheatfield Gold is like. Nose, palate. I think you would know you're talking about a J.P. Weiser. It's sweet, inviting, easygoing, kind of buttery, butterscotch, toffee. Yeah, almost candy, sugar, sweetness, white sugar kind of thing. It's not too, I mean, I'm saying a lot of sweetness. It's still not too bad on the nose, but lots of that butterscotch vanilla sweetness. Let's try it in the palate. Cheers. This is where more of its character comes out. I haven't had it in a while. I've had it open for a while, but this is where there's some rye spicing in there. There's a little bit more gingerbread, a little bit more, what are those other spices in there? There's something else going on. I need a better spice palette, but it's like a ginger snap cookie. There's some other, just a little more character in the palate. I know it says leads wheat. Sometimes that makes me think, white bread, Wonder Bread. I'm not there, but I do like the sweetness of this one balanced with that kind of cookie snap, sugared but slightly spicy, and then a little bit of rye hug on the end. This is a nice J.P. Weiser for me, and I got it just traveling through Manitoba last summer. They still had a bunch on the shelf, even though I think it came out a couple of years ago. Not bad. And if you like J.P. Weiser and you're in Manitoba or you're going through Manitoba, I'd get a sip. Yeah, and I'm happy to say, this can sit at 3.5, 3 3/4, somewhere in there. But a good bottle looks okay. I like these square J.P. Weiser bottles, and I think it's quite tasty. Okay, what made me want to shoot this today was actually this Goodridge and Williams. I mean, of course, I did want to talk to you about this, but this is widely available now in Alberta at all the Wine and Beyond stores. And again, affordable, somewhere around that $50 to $60 range. It is from BC though. It's bought like Goodridge and Williams is from BC, but this release is one of the single barrel picks that, well, no, it's not a single barrel because this is a special anniversary blend, but it is a pick from Ryan Eggin to celebrate the 10th anniversary of Wine and Beyond. Goodridge and Williams, I've only had a few of their drams and they've been okay, but not that exciting. This one, I believe, takes their regular blend. I should find that out. I thought it, but it says right on here, it's the finishing that really caught my eye. Oh no, it's a blend of wheat and rye. Right, that's why I thought of this. Because this leads wheat. I know there's some corn in here, but this one says it's just a blend of wheat and rye, right on the back. But the casking is what kind of caught my eye. I'm even tempted, I don't know, to say that, like to feel like this is natural color because they They take their regular ex-bourbon, wheat and rye that's been aged in ex-bourbon. I think they use Jack Daniel's barrels. And then, which I know is Tennessee whiskey. And then they put it in a blend of, like a combination of rum, port, sherry, and dessert wine, and then blend it together. So this, I think, is all about the cask, but it is wheat and rye. Let's talk nose and taste. It is that mix of fruiting casks that comes right away on the nose. In comparison, this gets a little dry, a little vanilla. This is now all those fruits, even some cherries, some berries, like some blackberry. Heavy wine influence, so kind of a darker Cab Sav type. Yeah, lots and lots of wine and berry and whatnot already coming up on the nose. Let's try it on the palate. Cheers. Much juicier on the palate. More of that fruit character comes through. Ripe fruits. Juicy fruit gum, though, is a bit of an artificial note. What's interesting is, could be that there's more rye, so there is more spice. There's also more heat. And 46.1 and 46.1 and 46, right, so this is actually hotter. This is much softer, rounder, smoother, creamier. This one has a bit of punch, but it's a fruit punch. It is very fruity. I'm actually enjoying it because the regular one that they have, what was it? Not the Northern grains, but just the Western grains, to me was just two regular vanilla ice cream Canadian whiskey. Nothing wrong with that. Actually, vanilla ice cream is my favorite type of ice cream, but what I mean is nothing stood out. This stands out. If you like fruit forward or wine influence, it's got, and now even a little bit of rum came through there. This has a lot of flavor and a lot of character. Still a little bit punchy. I think could use a couple more years in the ex-bourbon before you get the fruiting cask tape. Maybe that would do it, but it's good. Critically, they really sit about the same, kind of that 3.5, 3.75 maybe. Like, they're not amazing, but they're both flavorful for what they offer. And if you're looking for a slightly spicy but really nicely done wheated, I think this will be your way to go. If you love cask finishing, wine finishing, look at that port, sherry, rum. I mean, I know rum's not the wine finish, but you know what I'm getting at? I think this would be worth picking up. I actually think this is worth picking up. It's just that this one's more unique. This one's got a lot of character, and I do not regret at all paying $54 or something like that. Anyways, thanks for joining me here. I hope you've had a good week, and January's kicked off well for you. I'm not sure where I'm going next, but I knew I had them on the shelf, and a person had asked and said, hey, are you going to talk about this? And I should, because there's lots of it around, but pretty soon there won't. You guys have a great week ahead.